Hey, what's up, guys? It's Russo and Jordy with Backdoor Fantasy Sports, and we've got another prize picks video for you. We're going to be talking about the NBA slate on January 23rd, Tuesday. It's the beginning of the NBA rivalries week. So we've got two rivalry matchups tomorrow for this slate. Only a 5-game slate, but should be a lot of fun with these matchups. We've got the Knicks versus the Nets, and we've got the Lakers versus the Clippers, and then we've got 3 additional games to that. Before we get into our plays, if you've never tried Prize Picks, use our promo code at the bottom of the screen, and they'll double your first deposit up to $100. They're going to match what you put on, so if you deposit the whole 100, you'll get $200 to play with. Just throw that code in there, and they will hook you up with the deal. And if you're new to our channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the notification bell if you want to be able to jump on these plays in a timely manner, because they do get bumped and removed sometimes. So if you want to be able to jump right on them, just make sure your notifications are on. And you should be notified when the video drops. You can quickly decide whether or not you want to jump into these plays that we're getting into. All right, guys. Then if you don't mind just liking the video, again, we've been growing at an amazing rate, and we only have you guys to thank. It's awesome. You guys have been really helping us get in front of a larger audience by liking the content. So if you appreciate what we're doing here, if you don't mind just supporting us by liking the video, it's a huge help. All right. So these are the plays we're getting into. I'm going to be taking Mikal Bridges for, this is our first look video. So we have our daily show tomorrow as well. But at first look, I'm liking Mikal Bridges over 3.5 assists. And I'll be taking Brandon Ingram over 4.5 rebounds. What are you getting into, Jordy?
Yeah, I'm going to be taking Lou Dort for over 12.5 points and assists. And Colin Sexton for over 1.5 three-pointers mid.
All right. Well, before we get into our recap and our breakdown, we want to tell you about one of our partners, Chalkboard. It's another prop bet platform. It's kind of like Sleeper. We really enjoy it. You can place bets as low as $1, like Prize Picks used to do on Happy Hour. They don't do flex plays. It's like Sleeper in the sense that you have to hit all of your plays. But what makes it a lot of fun that I don't really see other platforms doing in the same way is they let you adjust all of your lines pretty much up or down on almost all of the lines. I would say at least 90% of the plays they put out, you can adjust them. So if I'm like super confident that Mikal Bridges is going to go over 3.5, and I think he could go for like 5 or 6, I could bump it up and increase my payout just by making it more difficult. Or if I'm a little iffy about a play, I can bump it down and get a lower payout. They just let you adjust it however you'd like. It's a lot of fun, and they are willing to match your first deposit up to $100 as well if you just use code BACKDOOR. So there's a link in the description of the video if you want to check that out. And yeah, let's get into these plays. So for our quick recap, in the night show, I took Brook Lopez over 21.5 PRA. He ended up getting this. He went for 29. Had me a little bit worried in the first quarter, but that turned out to be a really fun game. Detroit, it's fun watching them start to put it together. But yeah, he went for 29 tonight by the end. And then DeJounte Murray, same thing. He had me worried in the first half, and he ended up crushing his PRA. We took him at 37.5 PRA, and he went for 51. How'd you do today, Jordy?
Yeah, in the night show, I went 1-1. I took Emmanuel quickly for over 5.5 assists. He killed this. He had 4 in the first quarter, and he ended with 9, so we hit on that one. And Keegan Murray, I took him for over 17.5 points, and he had a terrible first half shooting, so he kind of got gun shy, which happens sometimes, and he's young, so it's one of the reasons I hate taking super young players that aren't named Wembanyama. But I took him for over 17.5. He ended with 13. He had plenty of chances too, and at the end of the game in the fourth quarter, they threw him the ball like 3 different times when he was open on the wing, and he like drove it up into the lane and then kicked it back out. I don't know. That was a frustrating one. He had plenty of opportunities, but yeah, 1-1 on the night show.
Yeah, that is frustrating, especially when you're invested in a play and the dude gets the ball and he just keeps dishing it back. You're like, come on, bro, just shoot it. Especially when they're a good scorer like he is.
It's a Tyus Jones story.
Yeah, that's what I was like, who did that to us last in the way that I totally remember? And you're right, it was Tyus. Yeah. All right, so Daily Show. I was so stoked about the Julian Champagnie play at 14.5 fantasy score. It ended up getting stolen from us, and we locked it in, and our Discord locked it in, but by the time we were posting it, we didn't even finish recording the video, and it got removed. But I had mentioned I liked it up to 15.5 if it did come back. So if you got it at 14.5, he ended up hitting, let me see here. Yeah, he ended up going for 15.9. So anything, and I did say I didn't really like it at 16. That's just a lucky guess though, because I truly didn't feel comfortable with it at 16. But if you got it from 14.5 to 15.5, it did hit. Yeah, he didn't really do much defensively, at least not that Prize Picks recorded. Because I mean, that's why I was liking his fantasy score. I thought I would have just taken his PRA otherwise, but he got it done. At the end of the day, he got it done. But yeah, a block or a steal would have put him well over that. Anyways, so he got it done. And then the other play was Derek Lively for over 8 rebounds. He ended up just pushing, and he would have beat this, but by the end there, it seemed, my guess is they were playing from behind and they wanted shooters on the floor. So they had Kleber out there, and
you can thank Luka for him missing. He had 18 rebounds.
That's true. Yeah. Luka was just playing incredible tonight once again. Yeah, triple double too. I think he had like 12 or 13 assists as well, and like over 30 points.
33 points, 13 assists, 18 boards.
Unbelievable. Like 24 years old.
Should have taken his fantasy score tonight.
Yeah, for real. You should have taken all the stud fantasy scores tonight.
For real.
But yeah, so we got a 1 cash, 1 push on my end. How'd you do?
I had the sweep on my end. I went Donovan Mitchell under PRA. Thank God this game got out of control. It was a lot of thanks to Donovan Mitchell. We took him for under 43.5. He went for 41. So pretty scary, but he got pulled right at the end. It was so frustrating too, because he was like well under, and they fouled him 3 times in a row. And one of them was on the 3 line. He hits a 3 and then goes to the, I'm like, all right, cool. But he ended up going out of the game right then and there. He was like an assist away from like his career all-time high. And he was begging Luke Walton, who's the assistant coach, to get back in. He like patted him on the chest and said, "No, you're done." So I was like, "Oh, thank God." Prayer answered there. But we also took Wembanyama. I'm surprised he hit, to be honest, with the absolute, stepdad beatdown that Embiid put on the Spurs tonight. He went for 70 points. But I took Wembanyama for over 21.5, and he went for 26. Thank God. But what a performance by Embiid and Karl Anthony Towns, even though Cat threw that game trying to get his record. We were both cracking up watching that game. So sorry to all you Minnesota fans out there. But
yeah, Embiid went for 70 points and 18 rebounds.
Oh my God. I didn't know he had that
5 assists. Yeah.
Jeez.
It was incredible. Yeah, it was pretty exciting night, pretty good night for big men today. With Embiid and Cat going crazy. But all right, let's get into these plays. All right, so to get us started, I'm going to be taking Mikal Bridges for over 3.5 assists. This seems a little low to me, but let's look at this breakdown over under real quick. We got a 223 over under. This is one of the rivalry games. We have the Knicks versus the Nets. And the Knicks are only favored by 4 points in this, which is a little interesting to me. I think that they should be favored by a little bit more than that, maybe like 6 or 7. But the Nets have been kind of putting it together a little bit. So if we jump over to Outlier, he's actually gone over this in 4 out of his last 5 games, and it's the 4 games that are closest to us. So the one he only went for 1 was the furthest game removed. So he's been in rhythm lately, and he's had back-to-back games with 5 assists, and that was against LA and both LAs, like the Lakers and the Clippers. So tough opponents, and he's been getting it done. And the Knicks are actually 22nd in assists allowed to small forwards. So I'm feeling good about this. We don't really have to get into his minutes. He's one of the centerpieces for the Nets, and he's a stud. He's really good on defense, so he stays on the floor. He's always getting, that mid 30-minute mark. So I feel good about this play. And if we hop over to Daily Grind, where do they have this at? They have it set to hit. They have it at 52 0.62 odds to hit the over with a minus 125 on their odds. And then we got a minus 120 or higher across the board from other odds makers. So feeling good about that play. And then my next play, I'm going to be taking Brandon Ingram, 4.5 rebounds. Both of these plays, this is what we do the late show for. This is what we do first look for, is like finding plays like this that are definitely going to be bumped the next day. That's another good example right there. If we look at this over under, we've got a 238.5 over under with the Pelicans favored by 6.5. I think this should even be a little bit tighter personally on this spread because the Jazz have really been putting it together. The Pelicans have been not looking like they did earlier in the season. They're still a great team, but that 238.5 over under is going to be a game you want pieces of, though. So happy to grab this play. If we jump over to Outlier for this play for Brandon Ingram, which, by the way, if you've never tried Outlier, you can try it free for 7 days by using the link in our description of the video. We've partnered up with them, and I'm really glad that we are an affiliate for them because we love this app. There's so much. I can't even begin to break down all the different things this app can do. But if you want to try it free for 7 days, just go through that link in the description of the video. But if we look at Brandon Ingram here, over just 4.5 rebounds, he's gone over this 4 out of his last 5 games. And more recently, he's been turning it up a little bit on the boards, 7 against Phoenix and 10 against Charlotte. And he's got a middle of the road matchup here with the Jazz being 11th in rebounds allowed to small forwards in general, with an average of 7.3 per game. So 4.5 should be really easy for him to get it done. If we hop over Daily Grind for this, they've got this pretty similar juice to the over, just under 52% for this play on the odds to hit indicator, and minus 127 is what DG odds are at. Other than that, we're at a minus 122 or higher with BetMGM all the way up at minus 130. So these are the 2 plays I'm rolling with. I'm feeling good about it. What about you, Jordy?
Yeah, man. So to get me started here, I feel really good about these. No question mark tags on my guys. I'm only bringing this up because last time we took Lou Dort, he was like a random DNP, but he's good to go. So I'm taking this points assist line at 12.5 here. This is a really good matchup for him. 30th in points allowed, 29th in assists allowed to Portland. So pretty good game. If you look at the over under on this game, big blowout potential. So just keep that in mind. But I think Dort can get it done. And the Blazers, they're one of those teams, they're kind of like in that Washington Wizards and like, some of these other teams who like get blown out a lot, but sometimes they surprise people and they play well, so you kind of never know what you're going to get with them. So just keep that in mind, though. If you're not feeling comfortable, you don't have to take it. But he can do this in points alone, and that's kind of what I'm expecting him to do. But I like the line because his points are set at 11.5. So I always like to take the points assists if they're just a point higher, because he doesn't get many assists, but sometimes he does get 2 and 3, a game. So with a good matchup to assist like this one, I like him to go over this. So gonna be taking that one. If you want his PRA, take it. It's just a little too high for what he's doing. So the points assist makes sense to me, and he's been scoring the ball better. 6 out of his last 10 games, 13 out of 20 games. So pretty good odds here. If you look at Daily Grind, they've got his points assist at a 51% chance, minus 123. So feel good about that one. Colin Sexton for over 1.5 3-pointers made. I feel good about this one too. He's been getting way more time lately, and his attempts are going up, and it's a great matchup for him too. 29th in threes allowed to his position, giving it 4.9 a game. Last game, 2 games in a row, he's had 7 3-pointer attempts, and he's cleared this line no problem. He's shooting 47% and 4.4 attempts. So liking this one a lot. Over here on DG, it's a 50.46% chance, kind of 50-50 on the odds. But I feel pretty good about this one. I always like when it's set at 1.5 and they have a bunch of attempts, It's not anything like Scotty Barnes where he's shooting like 10 threes and only making 2 of them. But Sexton is a way better shooter than that. So I like this one a lot. So those are the 2 I'm going with, man.
All right. So those are the 4 we're rolling with for first look. We will have more for you on the Daily Show. And if you want to check out any of the tools from Daily Grind, they're our official partner. They're I hate to say it, I love all the companies we work with, but DG is definitely our favorite, just because
Oh.
they. I mean, honestly, like they've just been so cool. They reached out to us when we were just getting the channel started. They said they were fans of the show and they wanted to work with us. And I don't know, they just have been super cool to us. And they're giving all of our viewers 25% off any of their tools. So if you want to check these tools out, we use the DFS Optimizer to find plays. We use it to confirm plays. We use it for multiple sports. They've got a really cool correlation tool for football and NHL. So go take a look around. You can use the link in the description of the video. And if you see any tools you want to give a try, like they'll give you 25% off your first month. So just use code BACKDOOR. It's just one word, and they'll hook you up. And if you want to check out our Discord, there's a link in the description of the video for that as well. And the Discord's been popping lately, man. Like it's so active. Like it's always fun, but lately the last few days, I don't know if it's the influx of people joining it, but the community chat is just a blast. Like there's really good value on everybody sharing slips and plays last minute, and just talking basketball, football, CS2 and League of Legends and like all sorts of stuff I don't even play, but I enjoy like just maybe taking a shot on some of these plays that other members are throwing out there. So if you want to check that out, it's something like 50 cents a day ish is I think what it works out to be. So totally worth it. If you are looking for a little bit of extra value on your plays, it's the price of like 3 minimum plays over the course of a month. So I think you can get your value back pretty easy there. And guys, we're really excited. We've partnered up with Underdog, and after we're done here, we're going to be filming our first Underdog episode. So if you play Underdog and you want to jump over and hang with us for the first Underdog episode, that'll be up next. And if you've never tried Underdog, you can get your first deposit matched up to $100 by just using code BACKDOOR. And as always, there's a link in the description of the video for that too. But we're really excited about it. We're fans of the platform. We've been longtime fans of Underdog just as a brand for fantasy football and all sorts of stuff. So we're going to be covering the Pick'em section of what they provide, and we're really looking forward to it. So we hope you guys have a great night, and maybe we'll see you in a little bit for the Underdog video. And if not, we'll see you tomorrow in the Daily Show.
Cool. I just wanted to add one thing before we leave. Consul, you're wrong. Karl Anthony Towns is not better than Joel Embiid, and that was not a more impressive performance.
I agree.
I just wanted to throw that out there. Shout out to Consul. I love that guy, but you're wrong. And good luck, guys.
Yeah, he said it right as I was going nuts about how I was, because I took, okay, we're going a little bit longer here, but yeah. I took this prop on the Prize Picks that was the point combo, and it was on sale, and it was Devin Booker, Jason Tatum, and Joel Embiid points combined for 80.5. And I took it, and then I was just saying how hilarious it was because Embiid went for 70, and he's like, no, Cat's more impressive. And I'm like, what are you talking about,
Cat
bro?
Throws the game away after he says that.
we love you, Consul.
Yeah,
it's yeah. Anyways, guys, yeah, have a great night, and we will catch you in one of the next videos.
Good luck, guys.